Good morning. It's a beautiful sunny day out here, and I have all kinds of activity going on with the bees. So just thought I would show you. This is January 25th, and it's about 60 degrees out right now. It's very, very nice, especially after all this cold weather. So the bees are out flying. I got some pollen sub on, and everybody's getting busy. This is the little colony that I got from the tree removal back in December. The tree had fallen down. Tree cutters had cut it. They were removing a tree from somebody's backyard, and when the tree fell, they noticed a beehive in there. So they called the association, and I came out and got them. Put them in a little hive. They are only filling up one of these boxes right now. I cut out some of their comb, their honey, and they've been doing fine. I gave them some Hive Alive Fondant. Hey, Mama. Hey! And so they're bringing in some pollen, which is good to see. And so is, this is Ethan's, it's the dandelions. And then we have, kids are adding some more leaves to the chicken coop for their bedding. And then we got here the daisies. They are doing great as well. All the mini hives are bustling. Got some pollen sub there in that bucket. So they're working hard in there. The goldenrods. I just have some, I wrapped some wool batting covered with fabric on the upper boxes because I know they're pretty empty down below, so I don't bother insulating the whole thing. But yeah, they basically move upwards by this time. Lots of pollen. I see different colors, so it's not all pollen substitute. They are definitely, looks like, I think the maples must, wow, I haven't seen them. Okay, so maybe the maples are blooming because it looks like some maple pollen there. So we gotta get ready for things happening. This is the honeysuckles. The fuzzy nuggets. There's been some activity, but they're not, these larger hives haven't been quite as busy as the small ones. Let's see. Alright, and then this is the bee bombs. Okay. This is my friend's hive. I am taking care of. Alright. And this is the lilies. This is my only colony with a solid bottom board. All my others have screen bottom boards. Oh, actually, no. My the Bearsville colony, or it's a Bearsville hive. Camellias are in it. They also have a solid bottom board. Now this hive is really fully insulated. So I sometimes don't think that they know it's a warm, sunny day, but they also have been great at being able to keep their resources. But they've been doing good. When I've checked in there, and when I've seen no activity, I thought they were dead a couple months ago, and I went to go clean it all out and opened it up, and there are tons of bees in there. They just hadn't been out flying when everybody else is, so they're a little slower on the exit, but they're staying huddled in there pretty nicely. All right, how are the leaves going, guys?
Good. So can you please hold this door? Devin needs to do a part.
No, we have to take out the water.
The water thing?
Because now it's not a full day right now. I put on the bucket.
Yeah, the water might need to be removed. Okay. All right, so this is the little hive that I did the cutout. So I have given them a fondant pack, actually, when they moved in. They do have some frames of honey, but I decided to give them some Hive Alive as well, just to make sure. And they're still doing good in there. I'm just checking the stores today, make sure everybody's doing good. Today is January, oh, what is it, 27th or something like that, 28th maybe. So, all right. And here is dandelions. Oops, drop my hive tool down there. They're another one of the small hives. This is Ethan's hive. So I have them still wrapped from the cold weather. And I'm gonna leave it, this isn't a very good wrap actually, but at least it keeps the wind out and, you know, helps a little, I think. So yep, they're doing good. They're munching away. So then, see, this is my insulated R5, so this is my inner cover. So I put that on top of the feeder shim here. Keeps the heat up there in the top. Okay. And today's a nice day. It's about 60 here, so you know, we're past the weather we had like 10 and 11 at night. We're doing good for right now. I think we're getting back down into the 30s this week at night. But this past week we've been, I think, like in the 50s at night, really warm. Okay, and this is, goodness, the daisies. I have a hard time remembering the names. This is Brian's hive that he takes care of. But I do a lot of the work too, because they're not with me every weekend. So let's see. Nope, munching away. So everybody still has some fondant, which is good. Huh, girls? We're gonna plant some wildflowers over here. So they're turning up the soil and getting that all prepped. I'm gonna move them kind of to that back section this week and have them over there. They've been in this area for about a week now, I guess. We moved them last weekend. So you can see, you know, we still have some grass here, and then you can see they've kind of turned that over pretty well. So they can work pretty quick. And I only have 4 chickens, so I'm impressed what they can do. And they save me a lot of work. I'm really thrilled. Like, they've cleaned all this out underneath. I need to go through and prune these, I don't know what they are. I think they're privets maybe. I might be completely wrong. But anyway, I need to prune these back. They're very invasive, and they keep sending runners up underground, I think. Unless it's just from seeds, I'm not sure. But anyway, they've cleaned out all the other weeds, so now I can just come and chop these down. So they really do a lot of yard work, which is fantastic. And they're good chickens. Huh, girls? Most of the time, pretty good, most of the time. They do escape a lot. We just put this net stuff over on the top because we had one of the chickens, won't name any names, but she was always flying out constantly. And so most of the time they'll stay in. Whenever we move the pasture, they search for like any weak spot underneath, and they'll get out. So the first day or two, they're constantly getting out every time we move it, until we find where all the holes are, and then we stake those down, and then they're usually pretty good till we move them again. So yeah, it's been fun on our little tiny farm, as Darcy says. All right, this is the goldenrods. So they are one of our busiest of the small hives. They still have some fondant as well, but they are getting low. They've eaten it out of the corners over there mostly. So probably in another week or so, maybe 2 weeks, come out and check them again, make sure they still have enough. And yeah, I could put another, I don't know. We still have, let's see, another month and a bit, I guess, until the flow really starts. And I'm not sure on the honey supply here. It's hard to tell. It's hard. I don't have really the feel for it on these little hives. It's kind of hard to. Yeah, it doesn't feel like they're too heavy, so I may need to come out here next week just in case. I know we're having some more cold weather, getting down. Well, I say cold. It's all relative, but
fluctuates quite a lot, and that makes it difficult because they don't stay clustered up. You know, they're out flying today. I've got the pollen substitute out there in that bucket. So yeah, everybody's busy, so they're burning through the stores, you know. Here's the honeysuckles with the tacky old partial insulation here, but I was running out of supplies when I got to them last, when I was wrapping everything. So all right, so they're doing good. Yep, they're about through their fondant also. Just have a little bit here in the corners, but they seem to be doing fine with it. So all right, well, at least this is good to know. I'll come back in another week or so and add some more, and that should be it for the rest of the winter, which would be really nice. This is the least I've ever had to feed my bees. This year has been fantastic. So very thankful. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week.